And welcome to the Hall Prison Universe. I'm King HP, also known as Mr. Sippable, also apparently known as Mr. Taco Tuesday. That's crazy. That's another story. And we have the lovely Dora, not the Explorer, aka D the Machine. I will tell you about that story. Blah, blah. It just funny how it popped in my head to think about um as we I was just like, geez, man, the man of a thousand names, the man of a thousand cups. We have a special one today. This is the end of season 3, episode 10, Revelation Part 2. Let's just kind of walk backwards a little bit. So as we have progressed, we have learned that,
Mhm.
oh my gosh, I can't think of her name. Jim's wife, Tabitha. Jeez, that was on
Tabitha.
the I was struggling. Tabitha has been born again,
Born
reincarnated.
again. Yes, yes.
She has come up with this. They are still searching for Fatima. Time is running out. Your girl Sarah has given them that
Mhm.
message that from Ville itself has expressed to her specifically that you're not going to get to her in time. You know what I'm saying? And that weighs very heavily on Boyd because this is his daughter-in-law. Very heavily on Ellis because guess what? That's his wife. So we're looking at that, and then at the same time, we have the what's going on with Victor? What's going on with his place? Jade seems like he's on the cusp. The cusp.
Of
These things.
figuring out what these numbers mean.
Yes, and that's going to be very what an episode we have. I cannot wait. This is going to be awesome. Uh what time marker are you at? Just so the people know.
101. 1 minute, 1 second.
All right, so we're going to start off at 57. I got at 57 the episode starts. They get right to it. Right to it right away. And I think one of the dopest things about this is uh it's kind of a packed episode. It's almost virtually a whole hour. It's like just short of an hour. So hang on to your seats. We will definitely be going with you. Now, I guess we can just go ahead and get ready to start.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
For sure.
I'm gonna click it.
You ready?
I'm gonna click it on the count of 3. I'm gonna click mine and then you can just count to 3, I guess.
I'll wait like 3 seconds ish.
Perfect. All right,
Okay.
on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Press. I'm pressing. Turn my volume down so it doesn't impede into.
Okay. So we're looking at the map finally.
This is interesting.
Oh, this is the moment I knew Ellis wasn't just a pretty face like I thought.
This is the moment I think where it's funny because I think Kenny is honest. Why was she at the shack? Remember, no one else really knows but Boyd and Ellis.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Mm-hmm.
So this all got brought up because she killed Tilly, and that
Mm-hmm.
is still going through people's minds.
Yeah, the murder of Tilly. Who could it
The
be?
murder of Tilly. So even though we're so wrapped into this pregnancy, let's not forget if we lived in Fromville, we wouldn't even have all this info. We would just be like, what's going on with Tilly? Hey, Fatima's missing.
Now Fatima's missing.
Yeah, so people might be thinking the opposite very negatively of this, in the same regard.
Honestly, I think people were probably like, maybe they killed Tilly and kidnapped Fatima because they don't think Fatima's a killer like that.
Yeah, that could be it too, because again, she's not Sarah. We know how Sarah gets down.
Are
Sarah
we
goes
skipping the
missing.
intro?
Yeah, on the count
Okay.
of 3. Ready? One. We're skipping intro, y'all. 1, 2, 3.
I bet you I'm gonna end up ahead of you still anyway, like I did last time.
426, y'all. So if you're just tapping in, 426. This is a goodie.
Dang, 426. What the heck? Okay.
Where are you at? What's your timeline?
432.
432. Yeah. All right. I'll go back 10 seconds. Boom. I'm at 436. 437.
Okay.
Okay. Perfect. How does that always happen to us? We just.
I don't know. Now I'm at 446.
All right. I'm 2 seconds behind you, so it's perfect.
Okay, okay, that's perfect. Okay.
But this is the interesting part. Just keep in mind, he was the natural one who said, "Why was she in that shack?" Because
Mhm.
again, that's got to be crazy. Tilly, they're trying to solve Tilly's murder. Now look, Jim is trying to be
I love
Jim is
my
being
wife.
a
I
good
love my
husband.
wife.
Jim is being a good husband.
He just had a great combo with Victor's dad, and he told him get it together.
Yeah.
Love your wife and stuff like that.
Now here goes Julie with Ethan. Victor's leave. It's just a lot going on right now. Like season
Hmm.
four, start off with that first episode of season four is going to be crazy.
It's gonna be, I don't even know where they're gonna start with that, at what point.
Now she's explaining to him she's been here before. So she's trying to explain to somebody, I've been here before. Basically, I don't know
Hmm.
how to explain it. The night her children left, I could see it. I hugged Victor, and I, yo, Tabitha, no, 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 no. Someone's got to make that T-shirt with her face.
Hmm.
No, 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 no. First no is
Your
capitalized.
sad face. I think they're all capitalized to her, honestly.
No, 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 no.
No,
But
no, no,
they,
no, 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 no,
hey,
no,
if they're all
no.
capitalized, the words just get smaller as it goes through. Like, no, 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 because it just it like lowers in volume. Now Jim's got to go talk to Jade. Of all people, Jim's got to go talk to Jade. That's a crazy thing to say to another man. I think you might be able to protect my family, basically, but because again, Jim is the husband. Jim,
Interesting choice. Interesting choice is what we'll find out of words for everybody this last episode.
I think it's interesting that Boyd goes and recruits his Sarah.
Yeah, why would you not pick Sarah? She gets the job done. She knows what she's doing. The village has talked to her before. Um, we all know she's not worried to get the job done, you know, answer she needs.
All I'm gonna say is this: insane that you would pick her, but there,
Is there no back door to this
I haven't
house now
seen.
that I'm thinking about it? I haven't seen them ever use the back door. Well, when you can climb out the windows through the front, I mean, onto the porch, I can imagine you wouldn't need doors.
When season four starts, they're Boyd is going to shift into the bad perspective. They're going to definitely because just this conversation with Donna about who's all in here. Can you clear out the house? That's what I need you to. And Donna's like, what? Why are they saying Elgin can't leave? Like nobody knows what's going on. But Boyd is the man of many secrets. And we go back many episodes to when Dale got concreted. Um, they were saying in that conversation that basically they don't trust. They're losing the trust for Boyd. Donna
Hmm.
then expressed that as well. We'll just tell them this, and she was like, "No, they don't believe in that anymore, Boyd."
They
Like,
fucking hate you, Boyd.
if you're looking at his actions right now, how he's talking to Donna, and he's like, "How many people are in the house?" And she's like, what the hell is going on? Why are Ellis and Kenny in here saying Elgin can't leave? She's in charge of the Colling House. He's not telling.
Which, honestly, Donna, you know exactly what that means when they say some bullshit like that. That means we're all about to be on some bullshit.
Absolutely. I definitely think that is one of the things that, I mean, you're right. Yeah, it is some BS. But again, when you look at what Donna's got going on, I think Donna leads a little bit of the revolt, and it's going to be spearheaded by Acosta going into season 4. Because remember, those two were in the woods, and she was like, "Tell me, like how?" And then Donna was trying to explain to her, "You can't." Like
I hate to say it, but I think Acosta is going to be the one to take Donna out, and I hate that.
Why would
I
you
hate
think
that.
No.
Yes, it makes the most sense timeline wise.
Look at your
Look,
man.
Elgin. Look at this
You're just tapping
bullshitter.
in. We're at 10:26. I'll take that. Yeah, you caught, buddy. You caught, bucko. You know what I'm saying? You gotta hit him with all those extravagant terms. Yeah, buddy. You know what I'm saying? They about to pack you up. Look at him looking all scared. Nah, don't look scared now.
I pray to God they get a barber in the next season, because no way they let them put these wigs back on them.
Yeah, open that bag up, boy. Let's see what your man's got. 11:26 if you're just tapping. Just go to 11:30. Dog. Yeah, let's tell him. You gotta tell him. Answer the question. You answer right now. She told me not to say anything. I would have said right there, I know you lying. I know I know you effing lying. Like
Like, come on, Elgin.
Yeah, who is she?
You can see in my girl Sarah's eyes in the background, she already ready to stab him, and I love that for her.
Yeah. My man's trying to compare this to biblicals.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't gonna work very well for you. Fatima's baby is going to save us all. That's crazy right now. You're talking to a man who saw an ultrasound that revealed nothing. And the other man that's talking to him is the man that's seen her pregnant and like developed.
Mm-hmm. The angel is crazy.
The angel is a crazy. That's a crazy. This is why we don't like. One, Elgin has a bad haircut. Two, he don't listen to nobody, and now he's just being ignorant. Ignorant people with bad haircuts cannot be trusted. You remember, this is a life lesson.
Uh,
For real, you got a bad haircut.
You're not wrong.
I'd be like, I don't know. How you know? Look at his hairline, bro.
Yeah. I hate that. I feel like Elgin's hair is a wig too. I know that's probably the actor's real hair, but it just doesn't. I just don't feel like
I think
that.
it's a wig.
I think it's a
That
wig
thing is
too.
unmaintained. There's too many black people on this show to have unmaintained hair. And when people say, "Well, if you were stuck," they're all clean shaven, which means
Exactly. They're obviously showering. They have the resources
They got really, yeah. Look at
to.
their face. They face, baby. I'd have clipped this up, join, and I'd have still had a wave cap.
I hate Elgin. He over here acting like the victim, like he didn't just kidnap fucking Fatima.
No, and now everyone else is bugging. I'm with Ellis, man. We're at 14:38. If you're just tuning in, go ahead and go to that 14:45, 14:50 marker, and you can rock with us. We are on the final episode, season 3, episode 10. Yikes. Oh my gosh. And I'm hearing that from her. If you really, if because she heard voices too, but her voices were different because they were tapped, like they were like
They were
in,
cutting into her
yeah,
arm.
it was inscribing things into her. So it's a difference. But she's right. If he really believes it, this is insane. I think I think season 4 Void becomes one of the villains, not the monsters, but the villain of the season, the antithesis. Like
Do you
it's his
think he'll
plan.
be? I'll ask that at the end, actually, because that'll be an end question for sure.
Shoot. Yeah, I think that's the way that we're putting this and framing it. Because again, the framework, if you're watching how his character development is, if you go back to season 1 and how he was loved, to people are questioning him, they're going against him when he speaks. Random people in the audience speak out against it. It's coming, and you brought another officer. That's not by mistake.
Somewhat.
Like like Boyd plays the sheriff. He was military experience. He was in the
Oh, you
army.
think they're gonna introduce real positions,
Yeah, based off Acosta.
like people that are
Because Acosta
actual?
worked at she was a police officer, and when she starts saying we need this
Because
and
they
that
have to undermine him, like the town has to make him look.
yes,
Yeah, I see what
and
you're
then people
saying.
will even say that's how we used to do things when we had no incidents,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's like why would I trust Boyd? Boyd has done nothing but turn this place upside down. It's funny how they forgot about them 96 days without incident. Because now it's like every day they're having incident. It's really not. Because when you think about when the Matthews family got there, and I hate to throw this on screen and block people's views if you're looking at our really, really, really pretty faces. Um, but the Matthews family starts season 1, and they arrived 2022. And I think we're kind of going in real time here. So if that's the case, they've been there about 3 to 4 years. So these seasons are 3 to 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
What I really need is to see, and if and then to get that time difference. Remember, Ellis and his mom and Boyd, they disappeared in 2019 November 11/15. So they were there almost 2.5 years, 2 and 3/4 years, almost 3 before the Matthews family gets there, and they had just went 96 days without incident. So just put that in perspective. You were there for that many years. And remember, Father Katra, who's talking now, the apparition, he was saying, boy, we've buried more people here. Like, it was way worse than before you got here.
Mm-hmm.
When Boyd got there, he was like, we need to make some new holes, switch it up. You know,
Oh, Boyd.
Boyd is wilding.
He is literally battling himself right now. I think Boyd will teeter the next season because,
They're going to say you brought Sarah. Remember, the village does not like Sarah. They think she's a murderer. They're like, why is she still here? People still
he's
remember
just
Franklin in the body.
misunderstood.
Hey, what you want? She done killed. She got bodies. But Because if I'm a townsperson, I'm never getting in a box. If Sarah don't go, I'm not going. I don't care who talked to her, or what inscribed on her arms, or whatever have you. If you're just tapping in 1930, go ahead and get to that 1945 mark.
Mm.
She's still freaking out, which rightfully so. I know one thing: her clearing that little door, I would have piled all the dirt, put the bed on there, because what's gonna come out of there?
Really, like I don't know what's gonna come out of there, but I know it's gonna come out of there. Yuck. She
That's
gotta drink Elgin blood. Gross.
look at her going to that wall. That was like someone threw some honey nut Cheerios at the wall. She wants some really bad. She about to.
That baby gonna be mad.
What is she about to? Oh, she about to.
Hmm.
Mm.
She's about to gut herself.
I think that this is a very interesting perspective too, because with her being stuck down there, time is running out, and you went from seeing as like Ellis and them, she wasn't pregnant. So when Elgin's saying these things, you're like, and time is running out. She's about to have a baby. Man, we just did an ultrasound.
I know we know what's about to happen to Jim, but I feel like he's like in the safest position compared to other people because he knows nothing, if that makes sense. He doesn't have flashbacks. He's not, it's always like, he really just pulled up. He was just a body that pulled up with the family.
Jim,
I don't think Jim was supposed to be there, like at the end of the day.
almost like how,
And he wasn't there.
yeah,
How he got left. I think they were supposed to be left at the house that day.
Jade laughing is so crazy. That's crazy too, because Jade's going crazy. I, I and Cooey and Cooey. Jim just, you feel better now? No,
You
you're just tapping in. Oh shoot! I think I just went. What's
went
your time?
ahead. I'm watching Randall work out right now.
What's your time?
2304.
Okay, I pressed it. You're at 23:17.
Let me see. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Let me try.
2322. You know what I mean.
Close to one side here. Otherwise, I go skipping into the future. Like MJ, you know. Um, man, season 4. I can't wait when we finish this episode. There's a lot to talk about because there's a lot to
That's
unpack.
what I was gonna say. I'm just trying to hold it all in at this point, guys. That's all I'm waiting for. I genuinely forgot that What's Her Cheeks got her foot stuck in the trap.
Winter cheeks.
No, What's Her Cheeks? I forgot her name already. But her cheeks.
Oh,
Cheekbones. What's her name?
Chrissy
Yes.
or Christy. Is it Christy or
Christy.
Christy? It's Christy. It's actually Christy Miller.
Christy Miller.
So
Randall's so dramatic. He's gonna be one of the most dramatic of the main cast, if I'm being honest.
I think Randall is very oh my gosh, he's about to blow his he's about to EMP, he's about to AED his brains.
Which he's fucking crazy for that.
I'd be like, no, I'm not. You can't tell me I'm gonna sit here and be okay. Heck no.
Yeah, Muriel.
Yeah, Mariel's not the one to be sitting here making decisions either. Oh my gosh. Now, boy, what happens next is on me. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at that 25:41. You just go ahead, tap into 25, 50, 26 minutes flat. Go downstairs, Kenny. This is why. Remember, these are the last thing these people are gonna hear. Boyd telling these people, oh my gosh. Well, man, Boyd about to be, they gonna try to get Boyd in the box.
Hmm.
Boyd in the box. That's what's gonna be. And that's not good. And I think with Boyd, look at this. He about to play tough guy.
They didn't tie him down, right? No, they didn't tie him down.
That's even crazier because I would have jumped. All you would have heard was psh, it just sounded like Stone Cold just entered the room and you just seen me running.
Dang, now I need to do what I need to do. Boyd.
Jump out the window. I'd have ran up, pushed Boyd right into the wall, boom, and jump right
They
out
don't
that.
even have him tied down. Like, come on. I think it's because I'll say that at the end again. I'm just getting ahead of myself.
Now look, the camera clicks, pictures are taken. Nah, bro.
Are they watching the VMAs?
Yeah, they're
No,
watching.
I can hear someone singing. I don't know who it is though. But my kids are watching. Someone's
Now,
watching
Boyd
the.
gets a picture of his house from this place, which is crazy because again, how far off can this place see?
Well, they're bringing them there so they know where they're at. You know what I mean?
This is
Imagine having a whole town stalking you for like most of your life and you don't even know. Like the town's just like, oh, I can't wait till she's 37 years old and we can kidnap her and her whole family to come live in this in Fromville.
This is a very interesting point. He said, I thought you'd want to see this, right? This is Victor and Henry talking, dad and son.
Because he didn't know he's been a drunk in the real world all by himself for all these years.
Wouldn't say. I mean, he lost his whole family in one, like,
That's
just
what I'm
random.
saying. At least he gets some oh, it's so sad. The way he colored the rocks and everything.
Now, listen to what he says here.
The closure.
He said, "I think so." All I found were pieces.
Is it would be so funny if the monsters just like killed a rabbit and threw the bones there, and Victor's just
There,
there
there,
thinking that's his
there
sister.
wasn't there wasn't much left. It wasn't my fault. It was, and I think something to like what you're saying. A lot of accountability taken here by Victor that should not be. But I think that thing where he said, "I think so." Victor never confirmed that that's
Yeah, his
Eloise's.
sister. Yeah, exactly.
And one thing we know in Hollywood, we did not see it on cam. Like we saw his mom get attacked by the thing. And we know those things have like a 100% kill rate. But what I do think with this is can you hear it
Mm-hmm.
on mine?
Yeah.
Oh, let me go ahead and cut that off before they decide to cut that stream. They'd be like, "Hey, brother, you are plagiarizing or doing whatever you're copywriting." But yeah, I do think very emotional scene. I don't understand how there was no awards, more awards given.
Mm-hmm.
How do we know the numbers? We don't even know who put them there. Yes, correct. Two are backwards, yes. And great, that means there's 12. And believe me, I tried. This is where it gets crazy. My mom was a piano teacher. She used to say that music was a universal language. Aren't there 12 notes to a scale?
He literally bothers me. Like, I can't. Even when he comes up with a good idea, like his lore is just irritating to me.
Unrelenting terror. Remember, I said that. Someone in the chat or whatever put that back. Unrelenting terror. This is this mental note that I have in my brain right now that I feel the need to talk about. Um, it's it's going to be something. Unrelenting terror.
I hope Mariel leaves Christy for Randall, even though she's a lesbian.
You said you want Christy to leave?
No, I want Mariel to leave Christy.
Cool. I'm cool with that
Randall.
as long as Kenny gets Christy.
He obviously they're gonna put him with Acosta, I think. Or I don't know if you saw the filming, but there's some new girl that they're introducing. And I'm thinking maybe that'll be Kenny's like boo thing, if that makes
You
sense.
gotta get him a boo thing.
He deserves it.
Can you hear my little people?
I
Okay.
like far. They sound far. They don't sound like they're right at your door if that's what you're thinking.
Nah, they ain't right. Jeez. They be tripping.
Where's the boat, Elgin, if this picture is so smart?
Nah, I wouldn't even be talking to Elgin. I'd be like, make her take another picture, Elgin.
Yeah.
Make her take another picture. You take another mother picture.
Exactly. You better. I need to see some flash.
Now Elgin is tied up, which is wild because it's like,
And it's the tiniest rope. I hate them so much. It's literally like a shoelace. He took that off a dress.
this is why I don't like it, because Elgin, if it's to help us, why can't you tell us? You know, if that's the case. But since you don't want to tell us, I'm gonna have to.
Elgin's not crying a lot for me, honestly.
I wouldn't be crying. I'd be trying to. He's wild. For all my battle rap fans, I would split your Quest McCody. I will split your shit. Oh my gosh. Put your hand on the table is crazy. I'm not putting my hand nowhere, sir. Put your. He talking about some. Please, bless you.
Thank
Mhm.
you. uh,
We're going to a more zoomed look. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
here's this stupid bitch coming in.
Why is she
Hater.
gotta be all that? She's a
Because that's
cop.
what she is. Who even let her in here? Get her out of here. She was
Look
not
at
on
my
the
man's
list.
hand. If you're just tuning in, 37.
Dang, that calendar said March 1979. I would have bashed her in her shit, honestly. Because Acosta would have been like, "Don't this woman needs to get away from me." She always want an explanation. Like, get the fuck out of here.
I'm with her though. Think about this. She came in. She knows things are crazy, but she also might think they have been going crazy. Like, think about this. Look what Boyd's doing, right? Boyd is smashing my man's hands up. Boyd has the guns. Boyd could have easily be like, "Hey, you either walk me out here. Matter of fact, we're not going to shoot you in the head. No, we're going to start with your joints. We're going to start with your. We're going to start. We're going to start. We're going to start right where your zipper's at. Shoot. We're going to shoot your pee off.
You should your pee. Shut
It's gone.
up.
It's gone. Okay. If we talk about we won't want to tell us where Fatima is making babies, you won't be making none ever. So we're gonna get this. We're gonna get to the bottom of this, good sir. So I don't understand. I get, and you. And it's not like we need to say the bullets for when they don't work.
They don't
They
work.
don't work. So they're only good on each other.
Bullets are for people in this
Right.
particular situation.
So I don't understand Boyd's. Oh my gosh! And they're sitting here figuring this musical note out. And no one's asking the question. Do you think we're supposed to play? Like, what happens if we do this?
Oh my gosh, my contact is stabbing my eyeball right now.
39 minutes, y'all.
You're muted. Oh, your children are in the
The
room.
little people.
Oh, okay, okay.
They're over there playing. Good night. I love
It's-
you too. Good night. I love you too.
Well, Jim asked finally, should we not play this? About the haunted music box, and now I nearly killed
I'm
everyone.
with, and this is a very because again, that's a haunt. That was that music box had your daughter had our daughter tripping. She was laid up, doing the Jacob 5-2.
Screaming.
Yeah, that's every dumbass idea I hear. Like,
Comes
hey,
from
like no one ever thinks
it
like,
comes from Tabitha, is that what you're saying?
yeah, like I haven't heard much intelligent stuff come from her, and I don't know if I would go with
Fatima
it.
didn't kill herself fast enough for me, honestly. She wasn't committed to the craft.
Thank God. Hey, but you see, old girl, the angel, as Elgin is calling her.
The water really broke on her socks. I know she was mad.
That's disgusting. She probably got them one pair, and they probably weren't hers. The colony house, they be sharing everything.
Shut up.
They still, they just be on some other type of stuff.
I'm sorry, but I think Bacta can cook, and I think Ethan's just a hater bee and wants some pancakes. Cause he wanna complain about her cooking. I don't think so. I know that stuff looks real good. So I know he's just being a whiny little baby.
Now, here's another part to listen to. We went to those ruins. Now she's explaining to her son. I mean, her
Her
brother.
brother. Shoot, it could be her son at this point.
If you're just tuning in, we're at 42:35. So just go ahead to the 43-minute mark. Just tap in with us right there.
We were screaming.
No one ever wants to. We gotta have weekly meetings in the town. We gotta, even if it's daily. Anything happened to anybody last night? Anybody had any premonitions, dreams? Anybody meet anybody who isn't currently here with us now, but last night they was in your room or they came out the closet,
They're in your room.
popped
Shut
up
up.
through the
Tell
toilet.
me about your dream.
You know what I mean? Because this man Eldridge, I'm like, I met an angel,
I
bro.
definitely think they need to get themselves a counselor in from Bill. They need to kidnap a counselor next.
So if I go back to the ruins, do you think I could do it again? Maybe. Why? Now it's funny how these two are having the conversation. It's funny who's having conversations with who. I think it's perfect pairings, and we just don't know the whole story of why. The
Hmm.
I can save Tian Chin. So she's literally talking about time travel. I could save Thomas. My man says it doesn't work like that. But you just said, he said, you can visit chapters, but you can't change them. No one can change a story once it's been told. No one can change a story once it's been told. Keep that in mind for the end.
I love Sarah. Just like, yep, I gotta go get some shit done.
Look at my man's moose knuckle.
Why are you ahead of me? I'm so upset right
Oh,
now.
I'm ahead of you?
No, you're fine. No, keep going. You're only like
I'm
3
at
seconds
34,
ahead of me. Yeah,
35.
you're a few seconds ahead of me.
All right, pause. 1, 2, 3. Unpause. I'm at 42.
Yeah, same. 43, 44. Yeah.
40, yep, okay. I thought if I could, but I can't. It's okay. Look at how Sarah just comes in like a professional hitman. She is on.
She
Oh
knew
my!
what she was doing before we knew what she was doing.
You talk about a professional counselor. No, just get Sarah. Hey, it's okay.
Hey guys, it's okay.
It's okay. My man, whole moose knuckle. He crying. Mm-mm-mm. Can you tell boy to stop?
No, why would she do that? How silly of him.
Now, what's Sarah about to do? Boy crying. It's a boy doesn't understand. My man staring at that moose knuckle on his hand. She got the rusty screwdriver, y'all.
She got a flathead. It's over for Elgin. Imagine if she had the star. Oof. He got lucky with the flathead.
It's not Camden. She's from Jersey?
No,
Hey!
Camden, no, it was Massachusetts, remember? Or something like that where they were at. No one was watching Sarah. Y'all know we gotta have eyes on her at all time.
Look at them. They walking slow to that door. They ran up there and then they walking slow. They scared.
So she could have done anything.
My man leaking.
At least she didn't turn around with the eyeball on the thing. That would have been the best, actually. He said, "Why would you take this from me?"
She's in the root cellar. She got the info. No, Jim, you were supposed to speak. Jim, you were supposed to tell him, don't do that. Don't play that music. That was the music box.
Trying
They
to
talk
make
about,
his wife happy right now. That's what Henry told him to do.
wouldn't that be ish? You know, it'd be dope if someone switched this music and it played the tribal chief entrance. And then like
That would have been crazy.
and
That's not.
I'm about
It's
to
not
see
gonna
if I
go
can do
today
an
on the
edit. And it's
story.
like, you know what I'm saying? And the next appearance you see is like the tribal
That was a
chief.
good entrance he had that year too. Whatever, I can't remember what that was for with all the stringed instruments. She
And
all
all
up in Fatima's Gina.
and look that
That's some.
and the thing is opening.
So, do you think if they hadn't played this song, that door wouldn't have opened?
I think that song was key for all of it. The babies being born at this time, like this place really plays so many games.
It's clockwork
All
with
these
this one,
things is
yeah.
happening at once.
Dang, how do you even have kids after that? Like your first baby was a demon?
And look, they walk. She walking down in the cellar.
Those
She
be
done,
moving quick as fuck. That thing went ran down that little staircase.
Now, who the hell going down there?
Of course, it's gonna be Boyd.
Mm. Kenny, why don't you go down there, Kenny?
It's not in his script.
I ain't gonna lie, it wouldn't be in mine either.
I don't think I'll say that at the end, I guess, when the episode's done. But I don't think Kenny's in the loop.
No, it's
I
not.
don't
No,
think.
no one is. Ellis and Boyd are a complete loop, and then
Yes.
people have pieces of
No,
those.
I mean like in the time loop. I don't
Um,
think Kenny's family's in it. If that's one of the, I think it's just the families that get put in it.
oh, look at this! Now all these bald-headed kids is coming back.
They got some hair on their head. It's just a little torn out.
Jade sees them. Your wife sees them. Jim, you don't see them. Stop playing! Stop playing the music! I don't want them little bald crusties next to me. That is no, absolutely not. But of course, he's gonna keep playing it. I mean, it's just crazy how all this is looped together. Like the place is like
Mm-hmm.
it's almost like they're serenading what's about to happen with this
Mm-hmm.
baby. As you know, what I'm saying it was birth, but it was still in its. The things that come out at night. I saw what they are.
She's gonna be insufferable next season. Like I just know it.
But it
Like
promised them they would live forever. They sacrificed their children, promised them they would live forever. And look, they
so
brought
there's
that.
obviously 12 people, 12 demons, and like there's 12 whatever it's called.
Yo,
Which
absolutely.
I hope they paid this actor extra for nudity, by the way. He better got his coins for showing off his cheeks.
Yo, we're almost at the end, y'all. It's 52 minutes, 55.
Which is
Yikes.
crazy because we're finally seeing what the symbolism on the wall is. Because you see how this demon, he stretches his skin to almost look like that thing that was on the wall, the red thing.
Yeah.
Look at him, boy, so mad. Smiley made it. Smiley's like, bitch, I told y'all you were not about to get rid of me. You thought it was gonna be you? I just know next season, Tabitha, Fatima, and Acosta are gonna be insufferable next season. Like, I know I'm not gonna like them. Like,
And Cooley.
I just know it.
And now they remember.
Fucking 2 years later. That's her little bald head baby.
It means remember. We tried to save them because one of them.
No, 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 no. She did the babe I can't when she grabbed Jade's arm. You know what I'm talking about, babe. This shit's
I
crazy.
mean,
I
you
gotta walk away for a second.
lullabies. If you're tapped in right now, Fatima not pregnant anymore, so the possibility she's not so annoying.
Shut up.
No,
That's
that's
not
T
true.
double O one talking. That wasn't me. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think Tabitha's gonna be worse. No, not worse. I just feel like Fatima's gonna be worse because she's gonna be like, I'm so traumatized from seeing these people from the past and how they killed their kids. And then she's not gonna want to talk about it with Ellis, and she's gonna be like, oh, I'm so tired, Ellis. I just want to go home. Why didn't
No,
we just try and go home?
I don't think that's going to be a thing. I think what's about to happen in the next 4 minutes here. Um, yeah, tell her,
Yeah,
Jim.
Jim, dang. He waited too long to grow these balls. My poor Jimothy.
It's because we've been here before, me and Jade. Jade was Christopher.
Dang, you think Jim's like, that's why I felt like the third wheel. Oh my god.
Because one of them was ours. So they took these people's children.
Hmm.
I
She
need some.
always needs some time. She always needs some time to do some bullshit and fuck up the rest of her life. Do they not notice the sun's almost down in this episode, actually? It's like they almost forgot about that part.
Now, like a flashback, a great time to go back to the RV. Now, look what you have started at 57 minutes. Jim's walking around the forest, just trying to grasp his head. Because right, it's not dark. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about.
Definitely getting dark. Oh, it almost looks like you can see the warp in like time behind him in the trees. Jim never be listening to Julie, and she's always trying to get him out of some mess. You know what I mean? Julie is a good daughter to him. I will say that.
Oh, here we go. And he knows their names. He pushed the hell out of her.
And what did she do? Not run.
I don't know why.
Right? Like,
The wife shouldn't have dug that hole, Jim.
killed the fuck out of Jim.
In front of Julie. Ripped his
Definitely
throat.
not the worst death, but definitely one of the worst deaths
I
for
think it might
sure.
be the worst. I think it's second worst. I think it's second worst. I think Tien Chin.
That's That's what I'm saying. No, we got Cement Wall Dale. He's definitely top two. That was quite the idea, from the town.
Okay, I'll go with that. However, that Tien Chin, I think all deaths are like Tien Chins though, because if you don't, we just don't see it or get led to believe like we're about to see it, because all those people get ripped apart. So
Mm.
like Kenny's dad. He's,
What did I say earlier? From the rooter to the tutor, they were getting torn up for sure.
So finally, you guys have seen it now. If you haven't seen it before, we have time travelers, we have reincarnation, and we have the man in yellow, who, as Dora was explaining, it's not dark yet. So you have a new threat. And Julie was trying to tell him, get to town. My only issue is with people not conversating. Why don't you say, Dad, he's going to kill you? Like, he's going to kill you. I've seen this before. I know what's going to happen. What are your thoughts on the ending? Let me back our faces out of the camera a little bit.
Obviously, as y'all know, I was happy about Jimothy kicking the bucket. But now we know about time travel, so I'm wondering if he's really dead. Same thing about Tien Chen. Same thing, like, they may be dead in this universe, but they may not be dead in the other ones. Especially now that we know people reincarnate. Now we got to figure out, it's our task to figure out, like, maybe who has been there before. Like, who's getting brought here just to be a body, and who's getting brought here because they're part of the main group of first settlers that sacrificed their children, basically.
I don't think there's too many though, but I think the Jade. I think it's because Jade and Tabitha, because they were originally a married couple. Like their daughter, meaning they were together and was sacrificed, but they tried to stop them. So, and because they failed, they keep getting reincarnated. So I don't know how many more people are part of that group that would get reincarnated, because the way she phrased it made it feel like, oh, we failed, rinse and repeat. But everybody, I don't know, like we've seen glimpses of things when you look back at all 3 seasons. Remember the Civil War guy who was hunting Jade? Jade has essentially been there time and time again as Tabitha.
Mm-hmm.
Over and over. And I mean, I'm almost tempted to say maybe every time you come back, you have visions of the previous time you were there. So, like Jade seeing the Civil War, maybe he skipped a couple cycles, but he must have remembered that guy because that guy only appeared to him. Tabitha seeing the kids because the kids appeared to her, and then she was being Victor's mom, and Victor only sees Christopher because he was, that was who he was in the previous cycle. So you get to follow around your previous reincarnation, maybe. I mean, I don't think anyone else. I mean, maybe a couple, maybe Boyd's wife. Remember, she said she used to have dreams of.
But now that I think once they become aware, I don't want to say aware that they're reincarnated people. I think that kind of changes up the game a little bit.
Oh yeah, but they better learn fast, because think about this: someone's got to go find Jim. Jim has to get found. Who's gonna find Jim? She said, "I need to take a minute." We don't see Jade leave, so who knows? Maybe Jade stumbles across him. This guy in yellow is walking around in the day. That Jade sure can play.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they got a whole new threat for season 4. Boyd is gonna walk out with Fatima. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be honest. They need to say a monster did that. They need to say
did what?
Killed Tilly.
Oh, to Elgin?
The monster killed Tilly.
You mean just leave him outside? Oh, kill Tilly? I mean,
they're about to bring Fatima back from missing. They're gonna see she had a baby. Where's the baby? Boyd's gonna come back and say there's no baby. Well, then why did she look like she had a baby? Right?
I don't think there's gonna be time for explanation. I'm positive the man in yellow is gonna like fuck shit up from the first episode, like on. Especially with it about to be dark. Like I was telling you, like it's about to be dark.
Yeah, but they
So
need a
I'm
place to hide. They need a place to go because if you got a guy chasing y'all and he's just on your heels, there's
and then they
no.
don't know if the medallion or whatever, if the thing works on him or not. They're kind of just here. Like it's
I
basically
don't
a
think.
whole new level of figuring out what's gonna happen next now. Because every time you think you have a grasp, they just throw something else at you. Like, guess what? Julie's time walking or whatever she's her role. Whatever is it? What is it? A story walker?
Yeah, something like that. I
Like, I
think
don't know.
that's going to be something they got to explore because, like you said, that man in yellow
Hmm.
is a whole new threat. And the worst part is, no one knows yet.
Yeah, the only person is Julie with her Bob, which I don't
Right.
think is our timeline's
It's
Julie.
not that timeline Julie. That Julie with the bob, what happened to your face, is a different cut than we last saw her. And she had different clothes, which is a good, which is the show directors trying to make it a point to show
Yeah,
there's no
which is the
confusion.
circle back to the first episode when the guy was like, "Oh, hey, Julie," and Julie's like, "Who the hell are you?" Because they knew, they knew even though she didn't know yet because of the timeline.
I don't look familiar to. That might be what happened to her face.
What do you mean?
That guy, because remember, Jim was like, "What happened to your face?" And she was like, "You gotta run, you gotta run." Maybe the boy who introduced, he was like, "Hey, Julie." Maybe he's the one
Oh, you think she was like
in
where she
trouble.
just came from her timeline? It was dark. Like it was
Yes,
probably
something
nighttime from
bad.
wherever she came from.
Something bad. Maybe she was in the cave. Something.
You know what? She probably hopped in the fucking tree. She probably was coming out of the tree at the time.
Has she gone through a
Like,
tree?
well, yeah, she's gone through a tree before, but she ended up somewhere. Oh, she's the one that ended up. Is she the one that ended up in the cellar, or was that someone else?
No. I think she did because Sarah was like, "Shh," and come with me, and then
Sarah.
yeah. So I think she ended up in the cellar, and Sarah ended up in Kenny's basement.
Yes, or in the church basement, whatever it is.
Wherever it was that Kenny found her.
So yeah, I think that Julie went through a tree and it took her to a different time. Like there's obviously time trees that we haven't seen yet. Like
I
that's
don't
the
know
only
about
way.
I don't know if they're time trees. I think they're more of the ruins because she was telling the little boy Ethan, if I go back to the ruins, I think the ruins is straight up like the time machine spot. And then when she ended up in her
Mhm.
new timeline, if she goes through a tree, she's in that timeline, but a new location in that timeline. Hence how she got to her dad. Unless she came out the ruins looking for her dad. Straight up.
From that timeline. Cause yeah, cause she did go through that door when she was in the ruin. So she might have gone, oh, yeah. There's
Dad,
a
I
lot of
found
possibilities. Yeah, there's just so many possibilities. But yeah, I definitely think Acosta is gonna be the reason Donna gets hurt or something. Or I think it's gonna be Acosta for sure.
I completely disagree. I think
Who do you think it's gonna be? You think it's gonna well, if you think it's gonna be like Donna saving Acosta, it's still gonna be Acosta's fault that
no,
happened.
I don't think it'll be faults like that. I think the opposite. I think they're gonna blame because now you're getting clicks and alliances a little bit. Fatima, Ellis, Boyd, they're not gonna separate. They're not. They're
Uh-uh.
family. They're tied together. What happened to Tilly is still unknown. They have to find Jim. And with Boyd having
Mm.
so many secrets, Acosta being like, she just saw what just happened with Ellis. Oh, and Sarah. Sarah, even though she's not family, Boyd, Ellis, Fatima, Sarah are a clique. In between on the
You,
fence, Donna and Kenny. And then there's the town when they find out from Acosta that they're in there torturing people. They done pulled this out, and you're defending this four-time killer slash
I think
eyeball.
once they find out Elgin kidnapped Fatima, I don't think it's gonna matter what happened to Elgin. Like, I don't see what happened to Elgin like being like anything that's like like monumentous besides honestly maybe it's showing how strong Sarah is. So I could see the village getting scared of Sarah because they're like, obviously Sarah's gonna do what she gotta get done, but also they might see her like stabbing Elgin because he kidnapped Fatima and all that stuff, like try to basically destroy them. I think Elgin will get ostracized. I don't think it's gonna be like, I think at some point it'll be a team picking, but it's gonna have something else is gonna happen to make them separate. Cause I don't see the devastation behind Jim being gone. Honestly, I don't feel like anyone's gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, Jim is dead." Tabitha's gonna be like, "No, no, 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 no." But once they obviously tell them like, "Hey, we're former lovers," they're gonna
No,
be like, "Oh, so how did Jim die?" I think Jim's gonna probably be the one that the death gets questioned because they're gonna be like, "Where were you? Where were you? Where were you?" And it's gonna be
no.
like, "Well,
I
everyone was
think,
together."
I think, I think, I think you're right. And in fact, they will get questioned. But when they find that body and his throat is ripped out, it's not a question of who did it. It's a question of what did it.
Well, we're
Because
also gonna have two Julies now.
I don't think we do. I think Julie is going to take off because she
Oh,
can't.
and then we're gonna have short-haired Julie take her place while that other our timeline Julie goes
I don't
into the
know. I
future
think
to get
short
to
haired
this
Julie.
timeline Julie.
I don't know that part. I don't know. That's an interesting concept because I don't. We haven't seen them be in the same place at the same time to speak, or
Mm-hmm.
somebody because Jim just got killed. We don't know. You know what I mean? Like if she bumps into Tabitha and Tabitha's like, Julie, we got to talk, and then Julie's trying to explain, and then you
Yeah,
hear
it's
Julie
dead.
calling
Yeah.
her in the background because Tabitha might even say, "When did you do that to your hair?" You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
because I think Tabitha's definitely gonna be the one that notices Julie's hair is gone.
Or maybe Ethan, because Ethan was just with her in the diner.
So do you think Julie will go since she knows like what happened? She's obviously future Julie. Um, do you think she's going to go the direction of the town? Or do you think she's gonna go the direction of the tree where Jade and Tabitha are at?
So now
Because she knows they know now, you know what I mean? Because I
here's a
don't
question.
think Tabitha's going back to the tree. Because you know how
No,
she was
she's
like, "Oh, I
probably
need
unless
time."
she's going
I
back for
don't think
Dave.
she's going. She's probably going to the fucking truck or some shit, like some stupid area. That's where Tabitha's going, like some
So here's
weird,
my
like what do
question.
you, huh?
Here's a question. What if what if what if Julie is the one who finds that body en route to the ruins? She finds Jim.
Oh, you mean long haired Julie, our Julie? So she doesn't
Our
ever
Julie.
actually make it to the ruins? You think?
No, she'll make it to the ruins because whenever she came back to the current time, she knew immediately Jim had we have to go. You have to go to town like right now. But she didn't tell him because the man in yellow or anything else, only because she didn't know how he died. Because
Mm-hmm.
she in
This
our
was the
time,
moment because she basically was just probably jumping through trees, time, trying to figure out like trying to get there before he died. That's all you can tell Julie's. All
right?
she's trying to do is get there before
Too
Jim
late,
dies.
almost. Yes,
Yeah.
because she's trying. So she gets there, and he's in there before he dies. You got to get to town now, because if not, I know you're about to be right here, going.
Or
And
she's telling him to go to town because something might happen to Tabitha. Like Tabitha might be going back to the house and might be getting followed by this man in yellow because we know Jade's still at the tree. We know Tabitha's walking around in the fucking jungle and it's about to be nighttime. I know it's not a jungle. We got Elgin with his eye out. So that means Donna, Acosta, Kenny, and Sarah are all still at the house trying to figure out what they're going to say about Elgin's fucking eye because these people are going to be coming. The colony house people are about to start coming into the house because it's about to be dark. Where else are they going to go? Besides like the sheriff station or like the hospital or whatever it's called.
yeah, I think there's a lot to unpack here, because when you think of it in that term, I one, you better figure out real quick if those rocks work on the man in yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you're in for a long day. Yeah, he's one person. Don't know if they runs or not. We found out in one of the episodes recently, the Smiley, he ran at Victor's mom. So they're capable of running. They just don't.
Yes.
They just
They're
don't.
selective
But
with
they're
their
so
running.
right because he ran at her. He was like, "Rrr," and then he took a
Yeah,
nap.
he definitely. I didn't know.
But you know why? Because she was at the tree. She was like at the tree,
She was gonna mess stuff up.
and
Yep.
he was like,
What you doing here,
"Yeah,"
ma'am?
and he took
What
off.
you doing
So
here?
yeah,
But that's what
so
I'm saying. Like, obviously, every time they're hopping in the tree, they're going through time. Cause I don't think they're.
no, I don't think they're going through time. I think
I
time
think
is.
they are. I think some of them, like, it depends. Like, if you've been there before, I think you're allowed to go through time. Because you know how Harold ended up in the thing at a certain time when he was supposed to, and then Julie ended up at that same moment where she had to save Boyd in
Yeah,
that
but she
thing.
didn't go through a tree. She went through the ruins.
Okay.
The
But
tree.
but that's what I'm saying. I think if you've been there before, like Boyd has been there before, they time travel you instead of send you out. Because remember when
I don't think for the
Fox,
tree.
well,
You
yeah,
talking
because when
about trees or
Tabitha
for
went
you?
into the tree, it obviously, like, remember when she went into the tree to get kicked out of the town? That obviously was not their timeline. That was a totally different timeline. That's why when she
I
went
think it
up
was this timeline.
I don't think it was their timeline because when you look out, it looked kind of more like natural, like like it was still in the earlier
I think it
timelines.
was there because when she came back and all this stuff, like everything lined up perfectly. I don't think I think the trees just changed location. However, the ruins, I think, and I think only a select few people
Which is going to be Randall, Mariel,
in Julie
um,
would be
what's her
capable
Julie? Yeah.
of doing that because they're the only three that we've seen have issues. But their issues, Julie is not still bothered by the insects. She
Well,
has,
because she's time walking now. She's the
but I
only one
mean,
that's time
Randall,
walking.
Randall was constantly hearing the, you know what I'm
So
saying?
what do
He's
you think Muriel's is it should we use the word power is gonna be? Like what do you think her because they all obviously have something still.
so far.
Like Randall still sees the bugs, so he's the connection to the bugs to them. Julie's time walking now. Like there's no way Muriel just does nothing. You know what I mean? Or unless Muriel's like time
Maybe
skipping
she's a
also.
healer
That would make I don't think so.
because she works in the like doctor department. You know, she's been doing some healing, and we just haven't seen her able to enact those abilities yet. Maybe that's her thing because Randall, I don't know what his
Or do you think the town brings these people that have potential to be the resurrection of certain people, but if they don't remember, the town just brings someone else in? Or like if they get killed, it brings someone else in, like with Harold's wife, or not Harold,
I
with
think, no, I think you're right. That was Harold's wife, not
so you
Harold.
think they
You're right,
just I
Boyd.
think yeah, Boyd's wife, like
I was like, yeah, his
maybe
name's
Boyd's.
Harold.
Because remember, it was like she was starting to remember, but since she didn't fully remember, it was like, oh, don't worry, we got this backup and her family coming in 2 years. Like, and then I don't think Harold's supposed to be there or whatever. I don't think Boyd's supposed to be there. I think that's why
Oh, I think
he's so.
he did.
You think he was supposed to be there?
Yeah, they love
Well, because
Torbjorn.
if you're reincarnated as. You think he got reincarnated as the wrong person?
I don't think everything has to do with the reincarnation. I think the reincarnation is for specific people. I don't know because then when I think about
Because,
the Civil
because
War,
Boyd was the soldier. Do you think
I don't know if he was the soldier, but that would make sense.
because
He brought back a military guy because the you know what I'm saying. So
which is that you think that maybe they're all bringing their own timeline person, if that makes sense? Like the soldier was obviously a black soldier, so he brought Boyd. That was
it'd be
you
interesting if
know.
it was like, man, everybody in my family always joins the military, right? If he had said
Mhm.
something like, yeah, my grandfather and all that, right? And then when you see that Black Civil War guy, you're like, Boyd, You
But then
potentially.
it's also, like, then Jade also saw someone else, and he's obviously a reincarnated person also. Now we know that. So do
Yep.
you think that was his reincarnated person, or it's someone like related to the reincarnated person trying to like help that keep going, if that makes sense?
I think it is. I just think at the same time, it's like one of those things where if Boyd, yes, to say partially agree with you, yes, because there is that door opening that Boyd can't remember, but they're picking and
Hmm.
choosing who they want to remember because everyone can be reincarnated for a different purpose. So you're reincarnated because Boyd, uh, you're the Law and Order guy,
Hmm.
and because Tabitha and Jade failed, all the reincarnates will come back, and whoever they may be in current time. Boyd per se could be the Civil War guy. Jade we know is Christopher. Tabitha was Miranda.
Hmm.
And because you've
Victor's
had
Victor.
children, yeah, because you've had children in real time, they're all blessed with abilities. Like Victor's been able to talk to the boy in white and see these dogs and all that, and no one else can really do that or has been able to do
Do
that.
Do you think maybe Victor's sister was like Julie, where they were, like they could go through the stories? So that's why also why Eloise might not be dead, because she might have gotten in a tree and jumped around the way that, Julie's
So
doing right now.
when you say that, right? I
Hmm.
think Eloise, go back to the lake that's out there where they found the food during the storm, where everything went
Hmm.
rotten, and they went out there.
Yeah,
And Kenny and
Jim.
uh, Jim were the first two to go out there. They heard noises. Now I've always made this
Hmm.
point that the monsters when they try to get in, when they were at the RV, when they spent the overnight at the RV, and all these things, they always like they talk to you. They try to play games with you. When they come to the sheriff's station, they're like, "Hey," you know what I mean? They're always
Hmm.
messing with you. That person who is outside that log cabin that's protected by something, or maybe it's not protected, maybe it's haunted.
Hmm.
Those thick ruins, someone banged up against a thing and made no conscious, like no talk. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe they were scared. I think that's Eloise,
Oh,
and
you
she.
think they were like in her house and they locked her out, technically? Like you
I
boarded
mean,
up my fucking
essentially because
house?
she's been there since Victor. Her and Victor got there at the
Yeah.
same time, right? No one's ever made it that far out in the woods. So when all of a sudden someone's in your home and they're not monsters, to her, she's just as young as Victor. You are a monster. I don't know who you are in my
Yeah.
home. It's two men. I don't know nothing. Nah, I'm good. I'm not going out. I know I'm safe in this area though. She may know that because of
Hmm.
over the 30, 40 plus years. Remember, she has the stick figures around that area.
That look
Maybe.
like, yeah, that look like the rock people or whatever they
Yeah.
are. Yeah.
So I think, and my biggest thing to that is when they said, "Is that Eloise?" and he said, "I think so," and he's
Yeah.
like, just parts and pieces. He don't know. One thing we know is
Sure.
when Smiley caught Victor's mom in that scene, there is nobody else around. So that doesn't mean she wasn't trailing the mom. That doesn't mean she wasn't behind the mom. We did see that earlier. She did run after the mom, but we never
Hmm.
saw them ever catch up to each other. So she could have went to a whole nother place because she got lost running after her mom in the dark.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what if the town lets you have the kids outside of the thing just to bring them here because they need them? Because they always want kids, but Julie may be just a little too old, obviously, for them to be able to use. Like, do you think that maybe they were supposed to come earlier than they did, almost to Fromville? But
No,
but
no, and
but no. I say that like they were supposed to come earlier, but like Boyd and his family was already here first, so they had to like wait for that situation to figure out first, and then whatever happened with them, then they could rotate like Tabitha and Jimin. Because they obviously always need a Tabitha. Like whoever her character is, like since she started everything, they always need a Tabitha. They had a Tabitha, they had the Boyd's wife, they had Miranda. Like that position always has to be there.
so Victor is definitely older than Tabitha because the day that Miranda died, that must have been the next day Tabitha must have been like born. because
Yes.
you can't really,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Because
saying? If
I'm
you're already
assuming.
alive, you can't just jump into a body. It's not like
I
Ghost
think
Day.
Boyd's wife and Tabitha were probably the same age. That's why I'm thinking like they probably have multiple people that kind of go through the same thing and they just kind of fill that spot. And if that person dies, they just bring in the next group of people like, "Oh, it's your turn now. Let's do this." Cuz obviously
Maybe
Ellis is too old and Julie's too old for them to do the sacrifice on cuz they want kids. But
I don't know if that's really the case though, because remember, in episode 1 they killed a kid, the monsters
mhm.
themselves. So it's like I think kids have a special place there, though. I just don't know what it is because only Victor started seeing the boy in white as a kid, and he's still like a child at
Maybe
heart.
they can only kill one kid at a time. That's why there's only one kid in the Fromville like ever. Because I assume that, or there's only maybe certain amount of kids at a
Maybe
time
at
because they're
most, right?
replacing that kid's power. Like maybe that kid that was on that rock, like their spirit's too weak, so we got to kill someone and put their spirit in that so we can restart the power of the spirits. You know.
I just don't know if that's. I just don't know because remember they said like the people came and they sacrificed their kids so many years ago.
Hmm.
No one else has been offered an opportunity yet living forever. At least not that we know of. Like I go back
Yeah.
to the episode where the guy let the woman in the window. She didn't like try to trick him with, "Hey, you want to live for like you could be with us. You know, you're trapped here. We're trapped. The only thing is, we live
Mhm.
forever. I've been here forever. And if you're gonna be trapped here, would you rather die a painful death or live
Yeah.
for?" Like she didn't
Or you
offer
want to be
him.
You want to be reincarnated or
You
murdered?
know, yeah, she didn't
Hmm.
really offer him any of that. So it's like they're screwed. You don't get a shot at trying to, be one of us. You just have to survive as long as you can and hope that the real players of the game succeed in
Hmm.
doing whatever it is they're supposed to set out to do. Because if not, you're going to be barbecued chicken on the side of the road somewhere with all your
You
insides
know
hanging.
what? I think Acosta is one of the villagers that originally sacrificed her child. I at first thought Sarah might be a reincarnated person, but now I think it's Acosta.
Well, the
I
people
think
who originally
because she's
sacrificed
so
their
like,
monsters.
well, because that's what I think she's a reincarnated of like one of the monster people. Like I think there is like certain villagers that were brought back because they have to get the people to, sacrifice their kid again. Like you probably have to willingly sacrifice your child. Because
I don't know.
obviously those people all willingly killed themselves for reincarnation. And we're like, here's my kid. I'm
Yeah,
going to
the
stay
original
forever.
the original set, and they even took Tabitha and Jade's kid. So I guess they needed 12, or they needed a certain number.
Mhm.
Uh, I don't know. I think Officer Acosta has a very significant purpose because one, she's filling the void of what Boyd was initially. We met Boyd; he was Sheriff Boyd, and
Mhm.
it's funny how they have an actual cop, and she has mentioned this too, where she says, "I am a real cop, like not not to undermine you, but yet yes to undermine you. Like I am a real cop. You're called sheriff because you filled the void. I have actual training and expertise."
But I
Um,
think, but she hasn't been a cop for very long, and I think that's what the town does. Like it plays on how innocent you actually are, like the ignorance. Like it's all it takes. Your ignorance is where it's getting you, because you know how Sarah was so innocent she didn't realize the town was, doing it to her until the Ethan situation. Elgin's ignorant and he's like, I'm gonna help this demon lady, like I think it just like it plays on your innocence to get you to do what they want you to do. I have gnats because of my plants.
that's insane. I just seen the craziest thing I think I've ever seen in my life.
What?
I gotta tell you when this thing is off. I'm gonna shoot it to you. But I definitely think that with these time travelers, I think there's a couple things we got to watch for season 4. How they're going to start it off, because again, Jim has just been obliterated out of existence,
Mhm.
wiped from eternity. And so someone has to find him and figure out that he is no longer with us. And once you figure that part out, the question is, what are we going to do about this next thing, the man in yellow, right? Because
Mhm.
all the people being reincarnated or not, no one else seems to have any recollection except for a few people that we saw. One who's no longer with us, that was Sheriff Boy's wife. But Kenny's never mentioned anything about having dreams.
Remember the bug tried to bite him and it just like kept on kept on keep it on when the cicada
He
tried
had,
to bite him.
he had the cicada dream. He was
Mhm.
the first, because he was like, yo, I've seen these. Like, you're right, I forgot. So he
Mhm. That's why I'm saying like I definitely feel like there's certain people there that have the same role as someone else that they're just take that on, until they find the person, cuz there obviously was multiple Mirandas and Miranda was first reincarnated into Boyd's wife, and then when that failed obviously they're like, "Oh, good thing we got Tabitha and her husband."
No, I
Blah
don't
blah
think that was
blah.
possible. I think she's a different role altogether. Because one thing she remembered, that Tabitha remembered, she said, when I was a little girl, right? But the timeline can't, because Boyd and Tabitha got to be close in age.
Mhm.
Unlike Krista, like Victor, when his mom passed, it's got to be like 8 or 9. So maybe 6, right? Because he had a little lunchbox. So he was like maybe pre-K, 6, 7. So it's feasible he's about that much older than Tabitha. His mom passes, next day or so, Tabitha's born. Boom. Soul jump. But Boyd's wife can't be that much old. They don't even look it.
That's
Like,
what
they
I'm
got to be,
saying. Like Boyd's
but there has to
wife
be a
and Tabitha
culture.
are definitely close in
Or
age.
I
Like
can't,
they
it has to be a new character coming, because
well, there is a new character because remember, did you see the filming? There's like a new girl coming in that they're like, "Oh, welcome to the cast, this person."
I did see some pictures.
That's why I'm thinking. Like, I feel like, do you think the man in yellow has a wife, or do you think he's the savior? Because obviously, they're doing like a 12 disciples thing because there's 12, people. Um, so the man in white is obviously their savior person, like the Jesus
You're talking
role
about
in
the
all
man
of this.
in yellow or the man in white?
Yeah, I think he's their Jesus person, like
I'm so
obviously
confused.
evil. I think he's like a evil Jesus, like how God sent Jesus, to the people to have them be their savior and stuff like that. I
This
think the I think the man in yellow
evil Jesus is
is
crazy
the
though.
evil Jesus. Yeah. Like I think he's obviously the original like demon person that brought this to Frumville. And they did like a 12 disciples thing because there's 12 families and you need 12, just like Jesus needed his 12 disciples. So he probably 12, 12 like the 12 disciples. The man in yellow is the savior that came to them and told them, "Hey, I can give you everlasting life."
Um, I don't know if I believe that. I think that man in yellow is more connected to Ethan than anything. And I think, remember how they did a deal for Randall, and they were like,
Mhm.
"Want these keys? Give us Randall." I think there's going to be
But
something
that
like
what if
that.
that's what the man in yellow's character is looking for is for a young soul again, so he can be in a
Oh,
younger body.
I think, I don't know if he's looking for a
And
young
it was
soul.
probably supposed to be Victor was the person that he took the soul from, but Victor grew up and he's no longer useful because he's not a kid no more.
I
Does
don't
that
even
make
know.
sense?
I think no and yes. Like, yes, I understand it in terms of what you're saying, but for the
Hmm.
way I see the story going, I don't know. I don't know if the man in yellow needs anybody's body or anything, because again, all it took was one thing happened today that never happened before, and he popped up. That music was played in sequence the way it was supposed to. When Jade and he went to the tree to do it. Like, hey, you want to top one bad idea with another? Sure, that sounds intelligent. So like
Mhm.
they did that, and the door opened. The birth of a monster, which was recycled because they thought they killed one, which they just temporarily took him out the game,
Yeah, he
and
was just a little, yeah.
and then the man in yellow appears. So with that, 'cause that's all we technically know. Now, when I speculate on it, I don't think they're looking for souls to keep and to transfer souls. But if they are, I would say they're looking for Ethan, because Ethan is the one who knows about the Chromonacle and the story, and he's like
Mhm.
Julie is taking advice from him, and we've never seen anything happen. There's no reason to ever listen to Ethan. He's never gone through anything. He heard the phone
Yeah.
ring once. There's no reason to, but he seems to know a lot.
Mhm.
So if
He's
they
not
are,
uncooeying either, obviously. He
he's not
obviously has some
unclean.
things he's supposed to remember
Yeah.
and he's
So if,
not.
if they're looking for souls or replacements, they're gonna look for. I think because remember, I don't think nothing in Hollywood happens by accident.
Mhm.
Ethan was constantly wearing yellow through season 1, 2, and 3.
Mhm.
Constantly, like, or we've
Yeah.
even talked about it on here, like, oh, look who's in yellow. We just didn't want to like give away the ending.
Mhm.
If he gets captured or anything, he becomes the man in yellow. Oh, that
That makes
Jade
sense.
what they
Yeah.
play. And because they'll probably take him to the ruins, and you'll see that he has similar abilities to Julie, where he can hop around time. So even though he's getting
That's
caught in
what
the,
I'm saying. Like, obviously, like, whoever was Miranda and Christopher's baby, that's who is like the key, I think.
and that
That's
could be
supposed to break the
Ethan.
curse. Because
Pat,
they tried to save their kid based off of that. Do you think their kid was maybe like the 13th kid, not the 12th kid? Does
no, I
that
think
make
it was
sense?
12. I think it was 12. I just think
You
it's
think
special
it
because
was the 12th?
their kid, they tried to save. They tried to save the kids, but their kid was taken. Because she said, and we
Mhm.
had a kid, but they staggered. We tried to save him. So it's like, so you didn't. That means more than likely you didn't give them up because the other
Mhm.
parents were trying to do this. That means they gave up their kids, but you didn't, or they didn't even
Mhm.
have kids. We keep saying their kid as if
Mhm.
everyone had kids, and maybe they just took people from the town's kids because none of them had any kids. You see what I'm saying? Like if they was like, hey, look, we need 12 kids to do this. The monster says we need 12 kids to do this, right?
Mhm.
They're looking at there's 12 kids in the town. These 11 people or whatever, they're like, I bet, let's do it, right? The parents of these kids, they're like, they're not, they're threatened. Maybe they feel scared. Maybe there's demonic presences. But Christopher, Miranda slash Tabitha, Jade, whatever combo they were called in the original when they first got there, they tried to save the children because they took our daughter. Why aren't the other
Mhm.
people fighting for their kid? Because they
Yeah,
probably
exactly.
fight back. And because that makes their kid now special, that kid could have been, like you said, reincarnated all the way down
Mhm.
to Ethan, which is why Ethan
Mhm.
knows so much without knowing anything. He doesn't know
Yeah.
anything, but he seems to
Yeah,
know.
because yeah, because remember we were like confused, like why would everyone seems to be coming in pairs, but like the first lady, like the first people that died, obviously they only had one daughter. Ellis is one, like usually people don't come with their kids.
Right.
Boyd and what is whatever, Boyd and his wife came with Ellis. You know what I mean? Like he's one of the only kids also, if you notice. Like everyone else comes with their either
Abby.
individually or yeah. So for that, you know what I mean? That's definitely has to mean something. Like they definitely were the reincarnated of those positions. I wonder if they were gonna try and like kill Ellis, originally. Because they may not, it may not even
I think
matter like the
so.
kid being a kid.
Mhm.
They might just need the spirit of the person that's in that body. And they're like, oh, you're the reincarnate. You gotta go. Because why would Ellis get chosen to reincarnate that baby? Why would him and Fatima get chosen to reincarnate Smiley if Ellis didn't already have a role in
Well,
in the kind of thing?
you know what's funny? Abby was killed because she had dreams. I still think Boyd could be someone pertinent. I don't know if he's reincarnated, but because he hasn't talked about any dreams,
Mm-mm.
so I don't think. I just think he's pertinent to the town. However, Abby said she had dreams before we lost her, which would then make
Mm-hmm.
her son Ellis important, like you
Mm-hmm.
said. Ellis, Fatima has no significance, but because you're the one that Ellis chose, you are now significant. Because Boyd is pertinent and you're now the daughter-in-law, and because Abby chose Boyd because she's pertinent.
You think
That's how they all
Ellis and Fatima were supposed to be like were like another like Chris and Miranda since they were able to have a baby?
no, because none of them. No, Fatima had said in another episode when she was talking to Julie, "I don't dream."
Okay.
I think it was when they were at the pool or something like that. Like, or she said something to the effect of like, you know, but she never said she had like, um, they were talking about something in regard with like her upbringing, and she basically had a
Mhm.
bad upbringing and all this stuff, and her dreaming and stuff, and she kind of like glances over it. And at the time, if you're, I think it was season one, you kind of
Mhm.
just brush past it because you don't think it holds any weight or merit at that time. But
Yeah.
later on, if you want to talk about, let's see who's talk. If you go back to the first 3 seasons and go, let's see anyone who ever mentions a dream, that's key, right? Because the dream
Mhm.
ties into anything with Fromville, but then they don't see the children. Only the
That's why
two
I'm confused.
parents.
Like, are they like that's why I'm wondering, like, are they reincarnating like a child at a time? Like, you know what I mean? Like, does
I don't
that
think it is. I think you know what it could be. They're all descendants of, but not reincarnations. But the
Oh,
ones
okay, I
who
see
are
what you're saying.
incarnated are Jade and Miranda, Jade and Tabitha specifically, because they did try to fight the system. They did try to um, stop what was happening because they're
So do
trying.
you think like the kids are the kids? Does that make sense? Like every kid that comes in is a reincarnated of the little kids that died?
No, I
You
do
don't
think
think that?
because that first kid
Like
died.
even if they're like Ellis or like Victor, like because at some point they were important. Like Victor obviously was probably brought there if it was just Miranda, Eloise, and Victor together. The town obviously was trying to make that be because we don't know if they only had one kid either. You know what I mean? Miranda and Christopher. Like we don't know those descendants if they only had one kid or multiple ones because they said it was our daughter. Maybe they had an extra son. Like maybe there was another side baby or side kid, and that's who. Like these are the people getting reincarnated. Or maybe, yeah, I don't know. Maybe the kids had powers and they had to take their powers also. Maybe it's that kind of situation also. Because you know how Julie time jumps.
I don't think that's
Um,
the case. I do think that is the case for a specific person, and that's Ethan. Like, I don't think it applies to everyone. I think it does apply to Ethan, though. I think it directly, as you said, but not for everyone. I think all the other kids are just randos. Like, because remember, Frank's kid got murked, and we haven't seen nothing since then about him.
mhm,
They don't even
yeah.
bring him up. They bring
That's
up.
what I'm wondering. Do you think Victor was supposed to be in Ethan's role? Victor was definitely supposed to be in Ethan's role, I think, but he just grew. I don't think they didn't get to
I
him
don't
in
even
time.
think he
I
survived
don't
that.
think they got to, yeah. I think Victor is like the grown up. Like, he was definitely supposed to be whatever Ethan was, but since he didn't get killed, like his mom and his sister did, and they didn't really know what happened to him, I think they just had to recycle it again. Because they probably need all of them together in one for whatever they need done. But with Miranda and Eloise gone, they had to like wait for the cycle for these new people to come in for it to be a family, if that makes sense. Like it seems to always have to be a family. Because, Jade, but then I don't know, because Jade randomly being reincarnated as
They
a
didn't have no
weird.
family when they came there. They came
Yeah, exactly. Because then
on a
what the
party
fuck
bus.
was the point of Jim? That's really where I'm at. Like, what was the point of Jim besides bringing them there and getting murdered at this point? Because it seemed like that was his only role. Like, we need you to bring the family. You're not because
Radio.
she's not the reincarnated husband. Jade ended up being the reincarnated husband. So why didn't Jim get told? Like,
Well, Jim just happened to marry Tabitha, and then he has these special kids. One's a time traveler. One seems to know the story. Jim also, so Jim has done a lot since he's been there. Remember, he did the radio thing with Jay. Jay could not have done the radio without him, and Jim could
yeah,
not have done the radio without him. They use the. He's also been there to help mature Ethan. Ethan, when he got hurt, Tabitha was in no condition to spend that night in the RV with,
Hmm.
with Ethan. Now, you brought up a point that you thought that, and this is a while
Ethan's
back now,
been dead. Yeah.
Ethan's been there this whole time. We made a point on here when someone goes into convulsions, we watch, and usually when someone goes into convulsions, something is happening, whether it's somewhere else in the town, like something major. When that
Hmm.
happens that early on, we don't. There's nothing seemingly happening. But if we take that same order of operations, right? Then yeah, something did happen. We just don't know what it is, and it could be that Ethan's been passed away this whole time,
Hmm.
and he's got a connection because they always need a kid. Like you said, they always need a kid. They just murked the
Hmm.
kid, Frank's kid. That happens. Then the Matthews family comes into town, and if
And
this,
Ethan almost dies.
yeah, so we need a kid at
Hmm.
all times, and I think that could be a thing where, or that's where the spirits maybe have entered him. I don't know. I just know every
Hmm.
time I went into doing the Jacob Fatu, it's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
thing for something. It's like it's like a bookmark in a story or a book. Like a
Yes.
major event has happened, and that's the only time where that wouldn't have been the case if you're just watching on surface. But if you're
Hmm.
peeling back the onion, you're going, wait, this kid can send, like, when you're looking, because they said even the show writers, they said all the answers are in the beginning.
Hmm.
So Ethan's playing with monsters. Julie's like, whatever. They tell him stop messing with them. Blah blah blah. And Ethan seems to know the story. Julie seems to be able to calm him down. I think you're right. I think something happened on that when he got impaled with the in the leg. And if he's not passed, he didn't pass away. He became special at that moment.
Yeah.
That the people of the town were able to get into him or do something to him. Because Sarah has had convulsions. Um,
Hmm.
Julie has had convulsions. I mean, so many people have had convulsions, and every time
Yeah.
something happens.
Hmm. Because when we think of like 12 people, like who are our main 12 cast? It's Boyd, Donna, Kenny, the Matthews, the four of them.
You said
Um,
hold on. Boyd, Donna, Kenny, the
Kenny,
four Matthews,
yes. And then Sarah,
Sarah. I said Chris.
um, Christy for sure, Muriel for sure,
I
Randall
wouldn't
for
say Miriam.
sure.
No, 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 no. I would not say Mary or Randall
Why not?
because they came in season 2.
Because they came on the bus.
Yeah, if you came on the bus, you can't be a main character because
Why not?
the whole season started. We had a whole season before you.
But some of those people got killed off, remember? Like Tian Chen, who was also a main character.
Ellis has been here the whole time.
Oh, I forget about Ellis. He's obviously in the 12, yeah.
Ellis has been there the whole time. Um, I think maybe you could have added some people from the bus, like you said. Randall specifically and Mario will be the two additions because they were directly got that would be the two. Elgin, but we might have just seen his demise and didn't know it.
Elgin might even also be a descendant. He just might be one of the stupid ones that was like, here's my kid, you know? Because there has to be, I mean, I know there's only, YT people ghosts right now, but there had to be a black ghost at some point, you know?
No,
But
this
and then Tabitha's not a white lady, so like
no no
so yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I definitely think there has to be something. There has to be some kind of weird way these monsters are deciding like I want to be that person. I
I
want to be
think
that person.
I think they also take their clothes and do because where did they get these clothes from? If you look at the years when Tabitha's going up in the lighthouse tower from her own
Mhm.
house, I think it was 2 or
They're
3.
just putting on their old clothes. Is that what you're thinking?
But
Without
when
even
they've
knowing?
gotten so many kills that at some point they can go through these people's belongings. Like remember when Smiley was driving on the bus, and then
Hmm.
it's like they've gone and ravaged clothes and taken out people's stuff because they didn't have a cop uniform in 1865. If you look at the dates on those, um,
The
you know,
wall. Hmm.
I got it right here. It's right. So when she's doing that, right, the first dates are 1506. That's the earliest date. 1609, 1752, 1860. Oh no, I'm lying to you. 1752, 1883. No, I lied to you. 1506, 1619, 1672.
That's
This
like,
looks like
because if you look at Boyd's uniform, the way he's wearing it, that's more of like a 18, 1700, like sheriff
no,
look,
no, no,
if
no.
that
Boy,
makes
it's got a
sense.
clean look. No, no. But if you
Look
look at
at that outfit,
the last year here that's marked here is 1978.
which was,
That's
I'm
the year I think
assuming,
Victor
Victor.
Miranda and so it's funny Tabitha sees these years because I don't think these are complete cycles. I think these are the cycles that Tabitha has come back to. That's why only she has seen this. You see what I'm saying?
So these are
Because
her times she's been back,
those
which
are
is how
her
many
times.
times?
Yes, that doesn't mean that there hasn't been other times, but you came. I think this earliest date, 1506, that's the year it happened, and you've been back because you say they come back time and time again. So you got 1609, 1672, 17. I think that's over here in the far right by her chin
But
and
I
20.
don't know, the milkman people, like the old looking like mechanic guy, they don't look 1970s. They
No,
definitely
don't look
look
at their
like
uniform. Don't look at their uniform because again, the Civil War guy is not there, but Jade saw him. So when you look at
mhm.
the Civil War and you go back to these dates, 1864,
But
the
that's what
slave.
I'm thinking, like maybe there was obviously other people in the town, but these 12 people were the ones that sacrificed their kids. So what if like Boyd and like Acosta and like Kenny, and I get, well, not, I guess I won't include Boyd, but people like Acosta and Kenny and like Christy that never see anything. Like maybe they were just the other
I
townspeople.
don't think we need to. I don't think we should put that emphasis on everyone because again,
Well, you gotta have
no,
townies. You know what I mean?
no, yeah, but I don't think everyone serves a purpose. But like the Civil War goes from 1861 to 1865, right? The Civil War of slaves get freed. We get a Civil War, and there's a year 1864, and it's big. It's written
Mm-hmm.
big.
It's
So
big. Yeah.
So one thing you can't see, 1978, 1672. There's a date over to the right of that that says 17 something. It looks like 1771, but there's 1752. So there's no, if you go through all these dates, right, the number between them is not always the same. So I think there's no guarantee of how long a cycle is. It's just until people get killed.
Oh
And
yeah,
if you get,
remember? Okay, because I remembered. I just had to check this, but it said astronomy and timekeeping connection. So, 1506 was the death of Christopher Columbus. 1609 was Galileo's improvements to the telescope. 1672 is the measurement of the distance to Mars. 1752, Britain adopts the Gregorian calendar. 1773, observation of the transit of Venus begin.
that
18,
could be a three. That could be a
eight-
three. Poorly
and
written, but yeah, could be.
1864, standard time and time zones discussions emerge. 1883, the US officially adopted time zones. 1931, changes in daylight saving time policies. And then that's all this one says. It doesn't say anything about
Can you
1978.
send that to me? I want to make sure
Yeah.
I put that up because that's very interesting. So every one of these has something to do with time. Every
Mhm.
one of those dates has something to do with time. Those dates are specifically put on that thing as Tabitha is passing them. So they may
Mhm.
not symbolize the years that Tabitha has been there, which because as you just went, they were all significant events in time.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think when she went in the tower, when the boy in white pushed her out, I don't think it was her time. Like, it wasn't 2019, whenever the show started. Like, whenever they think it is, whenever they got there. I don't think it's 2022. I definitely.
They got there 2 days before my birthday. It's 2022, February 20th.
Because
Two
we
days
still
before
don't know when if the light tower was a part of the original colony. I'm assuming it was, because light towers usually were built like around oceans,
no,
remember?
no, no.
Because
Light towers
you're
go
being
back
a guardian.
years, like
Okay,
until
but
the
that's what I'm saying. Like, obvious. That's what I'm saying. I don't think the tower she was in was 2020's tower. I definitely think she went back in time to a different time. Because if you look out there, it's very much land whenever they do like the light. It doesn't look like it does now. It definitely looks like a different time period. What are they doing?
All right, so boom. Not sure where you got this from, but bam. We're about to put this on the screen. I'm just trying to make sure I get it so I can get it right. And then I can upload it because that's very interesting. Every single year is a thing.
It's a time thing. It's a time, like a significant time.
Yeah, that's amazing. And now I can put it up with uh-oh. Where did the thing that scroll down go? On my thing, there's no thing to scroll down. That's crazy. Where did the bar go? I'm trying to. That's so crazy. Why was my thing acting crazy now?
Who was at the no?
All right, let me minimize all those. Jesus. All right, here we go. Video clip. So we want a background. Nope, video clips. Is it video clips? That's insane. Why is this? Of course, my screen will act crazy right now.
So we've been on too long.
Yeah, maybe it won't even let me like scroll down to get to where
It's
I can
at.
overlays up. Yeah. And there's more overlays you can see at the bottom, so it's like let me see. I can see if I can. I can't even. Yes, it's not. That's so crazy. That's so crazy. But if I could put it up, I would.
Mm-hmm.
I can. I can. I just got to do it a different way. So we're gonna do a screen share. This, bam, bam, bam. We're gonna go. Is this Messenger? I think it's my Facebook. Yep. All right. So share. So can you see this now? Can you?
Yes, we can see it now.
All right, perfect. And we're off to the side. So we have the 15. So if someone in the chat can verify these things, because again, if these are the truth, then these years that Tabitha is looking at, which in the far right by her jaw, the 3 is like almost written like a 1, but a 3, very, very minimal marking. Uh, Observations of the transit of Venus begin. So like there's something significant of some sort in every one of these years that have to do with time. So
Mm-hmm.
what I was trying to figure out earlier, going back to previous iterations, um, was that there was a time difference, and it varies. So I was proving that's not true.
Mm-mm.
If we're time jumping, and it's crazy that From would choose these timelines, these dates, these years, then if these coincide with this, um, Miranda may be running out, or Tabitha and Jade may be running out of options because what's
Out
the
of
next?
reincarnations,
Yeah, what's
basically.
the next evolution of time? If your reincarnation comes with a reset of time, something significant has to have time. You know what? Like maybe Big Ben goes out, and the world no longer uses Big Ben as a time clock. Ooh, or they readjust the global the global time zones, right? The
Which
meridian.
they have recently changed that the daylight savings, right? That's what they recently changed in obviously in the real world. But yeah.
Yeah, because but it's interesting that they follow with that to that point. That's very. I mean, that's extreme, but at the same time, it's not extreme because they're following certain like measurement standard, and they're going forth with that. But I ain't gonna lie, I think season 4, we're gonna be in tune for a lot. There's a lot going on. Um, the Man in Yellow, I think, is their biggest threat right now because you know how to not get the monsters in. Smiling being reborn is like, okay, we know we can't kill them because they'll come back.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
even we just take them down temporarily, but they'll come back unless no one has any sexual contact with each other. Then
That's
we'll
what I
see.
was saying. Like, obviously, Ellis got chosen for a reason by the town. Like, maybe he was supposed to be like whatever Ethan's role is. Like, the same thing with Victor. Like, Victor was obviously supposed to be whatever Ethan was now, but he just didn't get to do that because they took Miranda and Eloise so early. In the story, if they do story time, stuff like that, if the stories matter, they took them too early. I think they died too early, so Victor didn't get put in that role.
Mm, I'm about to send you this. Don't post this though. This is crazy. I don't be careful what y'all watch, y'all. It's crazy. Craziness. I think season 4 is going to touch on that a little bit. I think season 4 also has to touch on. I don't, it gets confusing a little bit because right now my brain, right, my biggest thing is Jim. Jim is on the ground, but we got these kids. We got Ethan. Ethan's dad just got murked. So think about from an Ethan perspective. Your mom is over here acting crazy. No, 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 no. Your dad just got murked. Your sister's talking about she can go in time and change things. That whole family, and you said Jim doesn't carry significance. So now Jim is out the way. Only the significant ones remain. The time traveler, the reincarnate, and then what does that make Ethan? Is he the Man in Yellow? Does the Man in Yellow come for him because I need you? Because without you, there is no me. So I need you to start this process, and I transcend time because it's a loop, which kind of goes to some of the things you were talking about. Like, it gets weird, but I'm here for the weirdness. I am here for the weirdness. Oh my gosh. But next week, make sure to tune in. Next week is going to be copy. Next week will be the first episode of From versus The Walking Dead. So please make sure to tap in for this. You're not going to want to miss it. I might shoot a trailer for it. So salute to that. That's going to be very, very exciting as it's a comparative analysis between each show brought up on specific topics. I think the first topic is going to be the lay of the land. Because I already have my notes for it. I'm probably going to record it here. It might not be a live show. It might be a pre-recorded show. It might be a live show. We don't know. We'll see how that goes. Also, some things will be popping up during the week. It won't be. It might be this week. It might be this week. I got to hit you up about some things, and but definitely hit the subscribe button. Hit the hit the notification bell. Any last save rounds?
I'm excited for season 4. I need them to stop filming like today, so that we can get it by at least the summertime, because right now it's just not making any sense.
Mm, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. I hope that they definitely. Oh, look at that! Bam. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm over here playing with stuff. Um. Ooh. Next time you see us, we might be like this.
I like the little box. Oh, circles are
I
cute.
mean, yeah, maybe we get to be out here. Next week, you might see us on some different stuff. The big box, what we normally do. I like the little box. I like the little box. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Me too. I like the little box. The circle's cool, but I like the little box.
Little box. We're gonna come back. We're gonna be on the little box. Uh, Next week, it'll, like I said, it'll be From versus The Walking Dead, and we're gonna announce whatever new show we may be watching, even if it's an old show and you just never got a chance to watch it, or maybe it's a new show and we're behind, but we'll start from season 1, episode 1. Maybe it's the 100, maybe it's Intuition, or maybe it's whatever. You know what I mean? But whatever it is, tap in, tune in, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. Share the broadcast. Be nice. We got a nice amount of people in here between the Instagram. There's multiple Instagrams. There's my Instagram. There's her Instagram. It's like
There's
two or
all
three.
crazy. Yeah.
Hall Preezy's, yeah, Hall Preezy one, Hall Preezy Twitter, my Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. So nice amount of people in here overall, but definitely hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can be alerted to when we go live. And anything last minute before. Oh, I do like this. What if I go like this and I change it? But then if I go back to the big squares, it fills out the square. But if I don't, it has a little. I like this. What if I did the circles like this?
I like the circles. That looks nice right there.
It's like a kiss cam. I feel like it is like, hey.
Circles are kiss cams, right? I'm thinking now. Do they do use circles for that? Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. All right, so look at this. Ooh, look at that. Rounded the corner edges. Look at the edges. They're rounded. We're going to unround them.
It's like we're pictures or something.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm playing with this and find this so interesting. Change some names here.
I like that font. I like that font too.
We're going to keep it here because I like the, I just wish I could change these colors on these the themes. Oh my god, I think I can. Oh my gosh. Sorry, y'all.
Can they be separate colors?
I don't know if I can separate them. I'm just learning about this. On the fly, on air, on live. You would think, hey man, get off the camera.
Well, I do have to go soon. Like
Yes,
now.
Any last minute save rounds before we get up out of here? Okay, awesome. All right, well, again, catch us live. Dora, can you want to talk about where you're going to be at for this week, where they can find you?
I don't think I'm doing anything this week, but yeah, D the Machine 24 on Instagram and Twitter.
Awesome. As you know, King HP, follow me, King HP Forever on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram and all that. Also, I will be on the Attitude Era podcast. We just had our Wednesday Night Wars battle. I battled Dallas Cash. Salute to him. Great dude. He has the Humble Roses podcast, which is a wrestling podcast. Phenomenal podcast. Go check that out when you get a chance. And again, check out the Attitude Era podcast. I will be there tomorrow night. We'll be live after the main event of Monday Night Raw. So tune in. Until next time, which is next week, and hit the subscribe and notification bell. I'm King HP. That is D the Machine, aka Dora, not the Explorer. And we'll talk to y'all later. Bye.